it's Alice, and I'm back with a market update for the Victoria Real Estate Board for June 2024. And yes, we're in my travel trailer because my house is noisy and this is the only place I have that's quiet. So let's look at the numbers and go over what's happening in the Victoria real estate market. So for sales in Victoria, we had 661 sales go through in the month of June, and that's actually down 6.2% versus last year. So you're probably seeing in the news that it's a little bit slower. The summer is always kind of weird because people are vacationing and doing their camping and stuff like that, but it is, you know, in my point of view, it's slow, but it's kind of balanced, but I'll go over that more. But technically sales are down. For new listings, we had 1,496 new listings come to the market in Victoria, which is up 13.3%. In Victoria, at the end of June, we had 3,460 active listings. That's up 47.7%. Yes, I'm checking my numbers. It's up 47.7% year over year. So basically what you're seeing is a lot of new listings coming to the market, and the sales, they're actually going down, like they're down 6.2%. So those sales are not eating up the active inventory. So it is growing and growing as far as what's on the market. You'll also see in Vancouver, if you look at the stats there, they had an increase of 42% in their active listings, and their sales were down 19%. So we're getting a little bit better. We're not, could be worse. Could be worse. But yeah, so you're seeing that across the board as well as in Ontario. You're seeing that as well. There's a heck of a lot of inventory right now. So for single family dwellings in the Victoria core, the sales are actually up 6.2% year over year. So they're picking up a little bit. And the average price is 1.272 million, which is down only 0.2% versus last year. So very, very similar. I mean, practically the same. And the average is 1.295 million, and that was down 1.4% year over year. So again, I know in the YouTube comments, everybody's saying it's going to drop like 40% to be, you know, it's dropped 0.2. Take the win. Take the win. It's down a little bit. And so for condos, the benchmark price for the Victoria core is $567,000 roughly, and that is up 0.1% year over year. So they went up. But the sales actually for condos in the Victoria core went down 16.5%. So they're a bit slow sales wise. I think those are tending to be the smaller sized condos, so sub 1 bed 1 bath kind of deal, because I do find in my day-to-day I have a lot of buyers that are looking at 2 bed 2 baths. They're selling, so it's probably, as Ron the mortgage broker would say, which if you like him we should be friends because he's cool, the dog crate condos are probably what's not selling so fast. And again, when the prices are high and the rates are high, when investors come in to buy those small condos, it just doesn't make sense to buy them as an investment when you're losing money every month, because you can't rent them for high enough. So that's probably what that is. What else do I have in my notes for you? I hope you're having a good summer. Are you having fun? I'm trying to go to Strathcona next week. I don't know if that'll happen because I'm in real estate, but we'll see. Hopefully. The next rate announcement for Bank of Canada is July 24th, and people are wondering what they're going to do. I think because of the CPI report that came out, inflation was actually a bit higher than they were anticipating, or it's ramping up again. And so if their tolerance level is 3%, and I think we were sitting around 2.9%, and their goal was 2%, they'll probably keep the rate, I would imagine, the same. I don't see them raising it, but I don't think we're getting another drop just yet. I don't think so. So that's kind of the thing with rates, is they'll probably stick a little bit there, maybe drop in the fall if inflation doesn't keep going up. I'm not sure. I hope they don't go up, but I doubt it. So as far as people watching for the crash, there was a Fitch ratings for the global housing outlook, I want to say was the name of the report, and it was saying that mortgage arrears were predicted to go up 0.25 to 0.3% by the end of the year, which would be a 50% increase in mortgage arrears versus the all-time low, I think, was in 2023. So basically they're saying that people are going to be behind on their mortgage payments because of the prices, because of, you know, whatever they paid a lot probably for their house, and their rates went up. I'm not seeing many foreclosures. Like, I know people kind of use that as like a benchmark of seeing trouble in the market. And I will say my neighbor is actually a person who goes into foreclosures with banks and cleans them out, because people trash their houses when they're foreclosed on. And he keeps me in the loop. So it's not like there's tons of foreclosures, but you'll probably see people behind on their mortgage payments more often than not by the end of the year. Also in the news, a study from CIBC was saying that 31% of first-time homebuyers were actually getting into the market because they were able to get a big cash gift from their parents or their parental wealth, to the tune of an average of $115,000, but in BC it was an average of $230,000. So 31% of people buying for the first time, that's quite a high ratio. And the amount that people need to borrow from their parents to be able to buy was up 73% in terms of cash since 2019. So again, the house prices are more, they need to borrow more money. But it also showed that a lot of people that upgrade their houses as well, they're also doing that on gifts from their parents. So if you're struggling to get in the market, just so you know, it's very, very normal for people to actually get gifts from their parents. So that whole thing is true. But 31% is the highest number we've seen so far in Canada. So around Victoria in general, because this is why most people bug me for my videos, is because I am out and about and looking at properties and all that kind of stuff. It's moderate. It's not extreme. It's not crashing. They're not having desperate sellers that I'm coming across. So I said my neighbor is a person who cleans up foreclosures, and he's not screaming from the rooftops of how much cash he's making cleaning these. So no, it's not extreme. I'm finding it actually a very balanced market. I'm finding that a lot of sellers are pricing in reality. They're in this planet when they're pricing their properties, and they're very easy to negotiate with and reasonable about bringing their price down a little bit to bring a deal together. So I think it's actually a very decent time to be a buyer right now. And I know people, and as I said in YouTube comments, they're saying it's going to crash 40%. I just don't see it. I know in my personal business, every time I have all my buyers go to the sidelines and they all go quiet, and then they all start messaging, and I get inquiries from new people that I don't know off like YouTube, stuff like that. It tends to start getting busy again. I just say that, like, I am one agent. I don't have a crystal ball, but I do know that I see patterns over the years, and so every time I start getting a lot of clients who were sitting quietly come back and start looking at properties and sending me things, it tends to pick up. So I know that the market is slow and it's going to be kind of a just hovering where it has been for quite a while. I don't see that crash coming, and everybody asks me, oh, is it going to crash? Do you see it crashing? Should we buy now? Should we wait? I see so much pent-up demand, at least in our area, our niche. I just don't see it happening. I feel like this is what a balanced market perhaps feels like to me. I haven't seen one in almost my entire career. It's been very up and down, roller coastery, and this is just feeling like kind of nice. So on either side, let's not stress out about it. But yeah, even if they do keep the rates the same or they raise them a little bit, it's nothing extreme on either end. I feel like there's enough demand to keep the prices where they are, but the interest rates are kind of high enough just to keep a little bit of the craziness away. So it's a good balance. Anyhow, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you have a great July. I hope you have a great July, and you go do some fun stuff and you get a lot of sunshine. And for the people who like my bees, stay tuned, because I'm going to go crack open the hive in the backyard and I will show you what they are up to, because they are very busy and they are milling about trying to build honey and prepare for the winter, and they're raising babies, and it's very cool. So come with me if you want to see. If not, I'll catch you in August. Bye. If you didn't believe me, you're taking advice from somebody who's in a travel trailer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so basically what I have in my hive is I have 2 layers of bees. And so the first layer is a brood box and the second layer is a brood box. And the brood is basically the babies. And there's a bee there. She says hi. Hello. And so we're on our second layer of bees. And basically I want to move really slow, and I'm going to sneak a couple frames out just to show you. I'm going to be gentle so they don't attack me, because I'm not wearing my full bee suit, which, yes, I do wear a full bee suit when I inspect. I'm not absolutely crazy. I've never been stung, knock on wood, and they're really sweet. So Okay. So this is a full honey frame. The other side as well is a honey frame as well. So when they build full frames of honey like that, it's a resource frame, and they'll eat that in the winter time and when they need food. Okay, so this is a brood frame. So all that yellow little cells there, those are babies waiting to be born. And then around the side here, you have some honey that they were feeding those baby bees when they were still larvae. So yeah, that's what it looks like inside of the hive.